Hello, this is Northwest Fish Keeping, and today I am talking about something huge that is happening at some time at the end of the year. So this is a topic that I was actually really interested in at the beginning of the year, and I did a ton of research on these fish. And no, the thumbnail does not deceive you. I am planning to set up a deep water biotope slash a flashlight fish aquarium. This isn't 100% confirmed yet that I am getting the flashlight fish, but like at the beginning of the year, like I said, around beginning of February and the end of January, I basically started emailing all the local LFS or the local fish stores, and it wasn't until a few days ago that when I actually re-emailed some of them, I did get an email that will show up on screen, and it basically says that they have not carried the specific kind of flashlight fish I'm looking for, but they have seen them on the stock list, which is pretty big news to me as it does mean that I do have a chance to get them. Now, the exact species I am planning to go for is the one-fin flashlight fish, or Photoblepharon palpebratus. That's a mouthful, but the reason I am going with the one-fin flashlight fish instead of the more common more common split-fin flashlight fish is because for a couple of reasons actually. The first reason is that they actually get significantly smaller. The one-fin flashlight fish get to a max size of about 4 to 5 inches, but the split fins actually get to a max size of, in the wild, there I've seen 14 inches, but in the home aquarium, I think a more reasonable size is 9 inches, which is what Live Aquaria says. But there are mixed results, so I'm just gonna say between 9 and 14 inches. Another reason I'm planning to go with the one fin flashlight fish is I heard that looking at the small amount of forms on flashlight fish that there are, and the very few articles I've found, the one fin flashlight fish are actually way, not, I wouldn't say way hardier, but they are pretty much hardier than the split fin flashlight fish, as there have been reported to be less deaths when importing the flashlight fish, and also they have a brighter bioluminescent glow in the dark. Another reason I'm going with the one fins, I just think they have a really cool appearance. They stay more round than the split fins. The split fins kind of have like more stretched appearance, but the one fins have a more like kind of ball shape. And when I did search up these fish, started doing more research into them at the beginning of the year, I did find a very helpful article by Reef to Rainforest, and it basically covers. I'm pretty sure this is a marine biologist at the Dallas World Aquarium, and they have actually been to. There hasn't been an update on this I've seen, but they were in the process of actually breeding flashlight fish, actually the one fins that I am planning to get, and um basically what he said is that since they do come from deeper waters, they do like cooler temperatures, and he said about 22 degrees Celsius, which matches out about 71 degrees Fahrenheit, but I'm planning to go 72, which I don't think is a big stretch. But so what I am planning to do is set up a 75-gallon aquarium. If I do end up getting these fish, I will do a full explanation care guide after about maybe a week or two of caring for them, because there's just simply like no info on the one fin flashlight fish. And yeah, I just think that since they are barely collected, or they're very rarely seen in the aquarium hobby, um, you'd have to contact your local fish stores or an online seller, and they have to special order them in. Um, I just think that they're really cool fish, but they do come with some, I'd say, difficulties. For one, you can't just keep them in a standard reef aquarium. I've seen some people on forums do this. I do not agree with that, as they tend to lose their bioluminescence, like under the eye, which is what is why they actually got the name flashlight fish, because they're able to kind of turn it on, I guess. Well, I have read that how they do that is they actually kind of flip the bioluminescent gland, which makes that flashing appearance. But you do want a dedicated setup, a dedicated deep water setup, which is what I'm going for. You want to keep the tank as dark as possible. I've read to very, very dim light to basically no light at all. So what I'm planning to do is cover like basically all three sides of the tank, the left, right panels, and the back panel. But the front panel is a different story that I'm gonna have to try and figure out. Maybe I can set up like little curtains so that it blocks out all the daylight, but at night I can just pull the curtains back, and I think that'd be really cool. But I still have to figure that out. And I did hear that minimum tank size for the one fins is 75, compared to the split fins, which actually require a 125. So there is a significant aquarium size difference between there. And yeah, this video is just a kind of show for me to be able to tell you guys about how I am planning to end off 2020. The reasonable time frame I'm looking at is maybe around Thanksgiving, when everywhere, like all the stores and stuff, have Black Friday deals. The tank I'm looking at is a Innovative Marine 75-gallon INT, which is a 75-gallon rimless that has an overflow built into the back. And I'm going with this route because I just think that I'd probably mess up the drilling process when trying to install an overflow on a normal 75. So I'd rather just kind of pay more money for kind of less hassle free. And I've heard really good reviews about the tank, and it just looks really clean. But I'll cover this again towards, like what I said, Thanksgiving, when I actually have the opportunity to purchase the tank and the stand and the sump. But yeah, like I said, this is just a kind of short video on what the plans are for me ending off 2020. It is kind of almost June now, and this is a idea, like I said, that I was really into at the beginning of the year, but now it is starting to come back. And I think I'm actually going to go ahead and pursue this idea. So if you do want to stick around and follow me on that journey, you can come back and check in a couple months, or you can check out my other content. But yeah, I just think that this build is going to be really unique, as there are basically what I've seen, like no builds like this, or I've seen them on forums, but on YouTube there's just basically no videos on how to set up a deep water aquarium, or flashlight fish care guide for that matter of fact. So I just thought that why not spread more information about these extremely awesome fish, at the same time showing you how to build a habitat for one if you do decide to set up a dedicated tank for these really cool oddball creatures. So this is Northwest Fish Keeping signing out, and I'll see you in the next one.